Hi, my name's Dave Mace. I'm the founder and chief paradigm shifter with Valé. We're the advertising agency made just for small business. And today I'd like to share with you our plan for helping you plan for a better 2011 and beyond. You know, a lot of people, small business owners in particular, don't like to plan because, quite frankly, they make it too difficult for themselves. It doesn't have to be a laborious process. It doesn't have to be a process that involves everyone in the company. It doesn't have to be a process that requires you to read a bunch of books or attend a bunch of classes to learn how to do it. What it does require, though, is some creativity, some imagination on your part, and in all honesty, just about 15 minutes of quiet time. About a year ago, I read a book by a guy named Robert Tuchman, and in that book he talked about a very simple four-step process that we can apply to our small businesses to help us plan for a better today and tomorrow. The first step in that process is very simple, and it's one that we always talk with our clients about when it comes to consulting with small businesses and helping them with their marketing and advertising. And that is quite simply answering the question, who is your customer? Whom do you serve? And when we ask the question, whom do you serve, we mean that very specifically. It's not just a demographic. It's not only about how much money people make or what they do for a living, but it's deeper than that. You need to ask questions like, what are their values? What's important to them? Who do they listen to when it comes to making important purchase decisions? It's questions like that that led to insights that found that certain purchasers in Japan put more faith in their hairdressers than they did in their doctors when making certain medical and healthcare decisions for themselves and their families, and in turn help marketers reach those people better. So think about those things in very specific ways as far as how you can reach out to the customers that you serve and which ones are going to be most profitable for you. Many times this means that you need to look internally at the customers you're already serving, determine which of those are most profitable, and try to go out and get more of those kinds of customers. Now, the second thing you need to do is you need to take a look at what is your specific vision for the business. And many of you may have been involved before in visioning exercises where you and a group of other people have maybe sat around and tried to come up with the perfectly poetic, quasi-Shakespearean theme for your business so you can post that on the bulletin board or over the door to the entry to your business. And that's about as much value as that statement has, unless it's followed and baked into, if you will, everything your company does. What I really mean in terms of this vision in Tuchman's process is to take a look at what you specifically want your business to do for you in the next 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years at the most. And what I mean by that specifically is, how many employees will you have? How much money will you be pulling out of the business? And what will you be able to do with that money? Well, what will it enable you to do? Have a lake house, have a boat, see your grandkids more often, travel more around the world, or maybe give more away and be able to have more free time perhaps to pursue other things that you like to do, be that in your community or hobbies and other things that you enjoy. Because in addition to the passion that we bring to the business, certainly our avocations can be a good reason that we do what we do as well. Think about in terms of what kinds of customers you want to be serving. Maybe you're going to be closer to serving more of those ideal customers that you want to have. That's what we mean by thinking about your vision for your company, where it's going to be, and what it's going to do for you 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years out. The third thing you can do in this 15 minutes alone is to look at a 1-year goal. And Tuchman suggests that you make this 1-year goal a stretch goal for yourself. In other words, it's a step toward that vision, but maybe it's a pretty big, aggressive step toward that vision. And so rather than being, say, a 1-foot riser, maybe it's a 2-foot riser that you have to step up on in order to climb that ladder or that staircase to get to where you want to go for that 2, 3, 4, 5-year vision. And so put that 1-year goal out there. It could be something in terms of sales, revenue. It could be in terms of perhaps penetrating a certain market that you want to penetrate. It could be many of those things. But again, what we're trying to do is break this down incrementally into steps. If your vision is to climb Mount Everest, obviously you're going to have to make it to base camp first. Then once in base camp, you're going to have to break that down further to a scheduled, an incremental set of phases to get to your objective. Or as some might say, eat the elephant one bite at a time. Finally, this is where the rubber hits the road. And Tuchman suggests that we look at our stretch goal in context of our vision and where we want to be with our business in 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years, and look at what we're going to do in the next 30, 60, or 90 days to put us on a track that's going to get us there. For some of us, simply having a plan may be part of that 30-day goal that we want to reach to get us toward our 1-year goal. It could be contacting a number of suppliers to get bids for that building that we've wanted to put up, or doing the research that it's going to take to find out more about that new market we want to penetrate. But set those 30 and 60 and 90-day tasks, because those are the things that are going to set you on your course toward that 1-year goal and your eventual vision for everything you want your company to be and what you want it to do for you, which after all is most important. If you have questions about this, please feel free to contact us at Valé. You can reach us at littlebigadguys.com. You can call us at 316-305-8358, or just send me an email at dave@littlebigadguys.com. Thanks.